Hello and welcome to Fired Up Extreme RC. Today I'm going to start a project on a custom body for the Traxxas Slash 4x4. My Traxxas Slash at the moment is out of action while I wait for some parts which I've ordered from the hobby shop. So this is an ideal time to start on my custom body project. The body that I shall be mounting on my RC is the Proline Desert Eagle. Okay, so when you order the Proline Desert Eagle, you get the body shell itself. There it is. Looks pretty mean. Got the engine block sticking out the hood, the exhaust on the side. Looks pretty cool. So I should be starting on that in a minute. As well as that, you also get stickers for the body. There's a choice of grills and various different stickers for the features. So you can take your pick, a couple of different looks that you can go for. As well as that, you also get your window stickers as well, which will help later when painting it. And also some promotional bump from Proline as well. So there is the body shell now cut out. It's a little rough around the edges, but I'll just get a file or some sandpaper on that, smooth off the edges, but I'm pretty happy now with the initial cutting, and I just did that with a pair of RC body shell scissors. You can pick them up from a hobby shop or online. So yeah. Next thing I'm going to do is line up the body shell to my body mounts. Just make sure I'm happy with the positioning. So let's have a look. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the positioning of the body mounts at the rear. There's actually a little dimple there and there which line up pretty much spot on with my Proline body mounts that I've got on my Traxxas Slash. My front body mounts I'm going to have to lift just a little bit to line those up. So next up what I'll be doing is just punching a hole through with a body shell reamer on the rear mounts. That should hold it in position while I line up the front mounts, which is to say, I'll just raise, I think, by one notch, maybe two. So with the body mounts adjusted, let's try again and see how it fits. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that looks just about right. Next thing I'm going to do is punch some holes in the body using a body shell reamer there. Pick that up for about £5, and that should put a decent hole in, so the body mounts sit through the top of the body. I don't think I'll need to mark it out with a Sharpie or anything like that. As I say, with the Proline adjustable body mounts, there's actually a bit of a hole where you screw in the grub screw. So I'll just use them, make a small hole, take the body off, and then widen them. So I'm pretty happy now with how I have the Desert Eagle body mounted on the Traxxas Slash. So the next thing I'm going to do is give the body, the underside, a bit of a wash. I'm just going to use warm water and some washing up liquid just to get any grease off or anything like that. And then it'll be time to put the window stickers on and start painting. Now they're in place, I'm going to put some detailing on the body. I've got a set of artists' paintbrushes with some quite fine ends to them. Should be good for painting some detailing. I've got some chrome silver Tamiya acrylic paint for the exhausts, possibly the bumpers, window frames and whatever else. The engine block. Okay, so now that I've painted some detail on the car, the engine block, the exhausts and the window frames and the fuel cell, I am ready to give it a coat of black paint on the underside to give it the base colour. So I've come outside to do that. I'll be using the Tamiya colour polycarbonate paint, and it's the PS5 black that I'll be using. Okay, so the build is starting to take shape. That base colour on. The detailing that I put on is a bit scrappy, the paint job that I've done. However, because I'm planning to weather the outside of it, I'm not too concerned about that, because any imperfections will hopefully be hidden under the weathering. So next up, what I plan to do is the protective film that's on the outside of the RC. I'm going to cut around the windows and cut around the exhaust and other bits of detailing that isn't black, and hopefully leave that protective film on in those places and then apply some weathering to the outside of the vehicle. now I have removed the protective film from the RC, but left it in place over the exhaust, the windows and the engine block. I'm now going to ruin the smooth finish by sanding it down with one of these before applying this stuff. Rustique Spray On Rust paint. I say to give it that weathered look. I'll make it look like a bit of a jalopy, bit of a wreck. Hopefully this will work. We'll see. So now that lovely smooth finish that we had before has been scuffed up, which would have happened within about 5 minutes of me driving it anyway. This is what it would have looked like. So now it's primed, ready for a coat of the rust treatment. Alright, so now I've been shaking this thing for 7 minutes, which is what it says on the side of the tin. Sounds a bit excessive to me, but I'll do as I'm told. And time to give it its first coat of the rust treatment stuff. Stinks. Right, now time to give it a second coat. Not going to go mad with this coat. I'm thinking now, before I give it the third coat, I might take the protective film off the chrome parts, just so they look a bit weathered as well. So the body now has had 2 coats of the rustique, whatever you call it, paint. It's got a really crazy looking matte finish. Just leaving that to dry for a little bit longer before I apply the rusting solution. I've given just a little bit of a light spray to the exhausts and to the engine block. It looks nice and sort of mottled on the engine block and the exhaust because I haven't sanded them parts down. So the rust effect should look different on those parts. I also gave a little bit to the fuel cell as well. Right, I'm at the stage now I'm going to start applying this 1 hour rusting solution. So spray it all over and rub it in with a Brillo. Rub it in so it looks wet and stays wet. Yeah, the spots where I haven't rubbed in, the fluid kind of beads. I think you'll end up with a rubbish looking finish if you let that happen. So, rub it into the rust nice and thoroughly. Yeah, it's already starting to rust. So I'm going to leave this for a bit, come back in about 20 minutes See what it looks like. Second coat applied. It's starting to dry out now. Rust look really starting to take, and it looks just awesome. So I am now really happy with how this has turned out. I removed the plastic film from the outside of the windows and the window stickers from underneath, so the windows are now clear. And the rust treatment I left for a couple of days, so I think it just looks awesome. I've not gone mad with the decals. I just put the front grille on. As you can see, the decals got a bit of a shiny finish to them, which doesn't really match the weathered look of the vehicle. So I've just put on the front grille, as you can see there, the intake on the engine block, and rear light, a bit shiny looking compared to the rest of the vehicle, but I won't be cleaning it much, so that'll get weathered and start to match the rest of the vehicle. So really happy with how this has turned out. I think it just looks absolutely awesome.